Hello everyone, welcome back to mohanaastrology. Today I'm going to discuss about Jupiter's transit and its results on 12 ascendants. This is the part 2 of the Jupiter transit to Capricorn series. Now before I start with the ascendant results, I'd like to remind you two things. Number one, you need to match these predictions with your own chart. You need to find out how Jupiter is placed in your own chart, and it's only then the results are going to be appropriate for you. This is a generalized prediction, and for the time period from 20th of November 2020 to 6th of April 2021. As far as the retrogression movement of Jupiter back in Capricorn is concerned, I'll make a separate video on that because the energy will be very different from what it is now. So it's no point mixing these two together. There is another thing that we need to note and remember, that Jupiter is aspecting Rahu with its fifth aspect. So wherever Rahu is present, as per your ascendant in transit, the ill effects of Rahu is going to get tamed, and Rahu is going to give you benefic results as far as the houses it's occupying is concerned. I mentioned that in my previous video where I discussed the general effects, however, wanted to remind you here again. And if you like this video, please do subscribe, that helps me a lot. And if you want to reach me for a personalized consultation, reach me at mohanaastrology@gmail.com. Let me start with Aries. Jupiter is your planet of fortune and luck, and it's going to be entering your 10th house. That's the house of profession and status on 20th of November. Jupiter is going to meet Saturn, which is the lord of the 10th house, and is going to create a very rare Dharma Karmadhipati Raj Yoga for you. Jupiter will aspect your second house where exalted Rahu is currently placed. Both Rahu and Jupiter are activating your Artha houses. All in all, your prospects for financial and professional growth is excellent. Whether you are in job or in independent profession, good times are coming for you. There will be change in job only to get a better one. There are high chances of relocation or foreign travel because of your work. Your savings will increase. There will be good relation with your family members too. You need to take care of your health though. If you are looking to take loans, it will get approved. Competition will increase, but you will come out winner. You need to keep an eye on your expenses. Now, while Saturn is with Jupiter in the Karma house, you will tend to be highly ethical and disciplined in your work. Although the prospect of progress in work is very high, you will occasionally meet with obstructions in the path of progress. Both Saturn and Jupiter are activating your 12th house and 4th house. Overall, your home atmosphere and peace of mind will improve, but there may be some tug and pull due to Saturn's aspect. These two are also moksha houses. Therefore, these 5 months are excellent time for spiritual development as well. Actually, more ethical and spiritual you turn, smoother your path of success becomes. Taurus. Jupiter is going to move to your house of fortune, and that is the 9th house. Jupiter is not really a great planet for you. It is the owner or the lord of the house, which is 8th house, the house of occult, deep spirituality, and sudden events, death, or longevity, whatever way you want to call, and sudden difficulties, secret things. And also it is the owner of the house of desires and social networking. Now, Jupiter's move from your 8th house to your 9th house definitely brings a lot of relief for you. Your Yogakaraka Saturn will be with Jupiter and will help you to give you more of the positive results. Jupiter will aspect your ascendant where Rahu is sitting and exalted there. Both Rahu and Jupiter will heavily activate your dharma houses. Being righteous, being true to yourself and your partner is the way to get the most of this transit. If you are planning to go for higher education, particularly related to research, technology, esoteric subjects, you will do well. There will be chances of foreign travel due to work. You may also visit places of spiritual interest. There will be improvement in your overall personality. You will be highly knowledgeable in your field. There may be sudden rise in luck. You may gain from insurance or inheritance. If you are in spiritual path or in mantra sadhana, there will be outstanding achievement for you. You may also meet your spiritual guru in these 5 months. Travel related permits, etc., that was stuck up so long will get approved now. You may want to start a new project or work on your own. You will need to put in more efforts in your profession to get success though. Take care of your father's health, being respectful and dutiful towards your father, towards your guru or mentors, and following law and ethics are essence of this transit for you. To reap the benefit of this transit, do not let arrogance spoil the good things in life. Gemini. Jupiter is the lord of your 7th house, that is the house for partnerships, business partnerships, and marriage and long distance travel. Now, Jupiter is going to be transiting to your 8th house. Now, 8th house is not really a great house for anyone. It's the sudden difficulty. This house shows sudden difficulty and the unexpected events. It also shows deep spirituality, occult, and interest in all sorts of esoteric subjects. Now, Jupiter's transit in this house actually denotes some kind of loss for you. However, this is good for you if you are in mining industry, if you are in oil and gas industry, or if you are doing some kind of research oriented work, astrology, occult related work, or you are pursuing a spiritual life. So in those cases only this transit is going to give you some positive result. In general, Saturn is also sitting in your 8th house and Jupiter is now going to be there and in debilitated state. You need to exercise caution in life. You will see a change in your profession. You may end up pursuing a career that is completely different from what you have been doing so far. Your spouse's family will do well. However, you need to take care of your relation with your spouse and in-laws. There may be health issues to your spouse as well. Business partnerships and your relation with your partners may see some sudden and unexpected changes. Your expenses will be quite high. There may be sudden loss of wealth. At the same time, there may be sudden gain of wealth too. Peace and happiness in the household, property related matters, will need attention. You need to be attentive towards your mother's health. Jupiter along with Saturn will form Dharma Karmadhipati Yoga during this transit, but this is being formed in your 8th house. You may not feel the impact of this yoga to the fullest. You should be careful about your health, leg or knee related problems related to the reproductive systems, urinary system, piles, etc. may be troubling you. If you hold on to righteousness, your inner faith, and inculcate discipline in your life, these can actually turn these 5 months to be a very positively transformative phase in your life. Cancer. Jupiter is going to move to your house of partnership, spouse, and long distance travel. Now, Jupiter is actually moving here from the Dusthana 6th house to the slightly better place, which is the 7th house. Now, Jupiter's move here to the 7th house is going to activate your karma houses or the houses of materialistic desires. This transit is going to bring focus on being disciplined and righteous about your duties and your way of interaction with your partners, with your spouse, and with people in general. If you had any pre-existing health condition, the health will improve during this time. Some of you may think of going abroad or relocating. If your chart supports, new business partnerships or marriage are on the cards. Your image in the society will improve. You will establish yourself as a knowledgeable person. You will focus on self-improvement. Financial situation will improve a lot. By the way, you may gain weight too. Since Saturn is also in the same house, it may create some delay in giving those results. If you're married, you need to take care of your spouse's health. There may be some discord in your married life. You need to be careful about the partnership and marriage aspect because if you do not, when Jupiter moves to your 8th house after 5 months and Saturn will still be in your 7th house, things may not be reconcilable anymore. Jupiter's aspect on your 11th house will help you to expand your network circle. You will build some extremely beneficial contacts during this time, and a long cherished desire will get fulfilled. There will be excellent gain in your work and business. Jupiter's aspect on your 3rd house will increase short travels. If you have been thinking of starting your own venture, this is the right time for that. Enjoy these 5 months, but do not go overboard with your desires and high ambition. Leo. For Leo ascendants, Jupiter is coming to your 6th house and it is activating your Artha houses. Artha houses means the houses related to your finance and profession. Now, this transit of Jupiter is actually asking you to be very straightforward and non-manipulative about the areas the Artha houses deal with. That means you need to be dutiful, you need to be disciplined, related to your profession, related to your health and litigation. You should not do anything manipulative in these areas at all. Now, Jupiter doesn't do too well in malefic houses. Although Saturn is favorably placed in the same house in its own sign, Saturn is no friends with your ascendant Lord Sun. Therefore, this transit will bring some challenges for you for next 5 months. You need to take extra care of your health. There may be chances of hospitalization as well. And there may be increase in competition or rivalry at work. Steer clear of any kind of lawsuits. The good part is you will find new optimism in executing your daily work in a much better and organized way. With Jupiter's aspect on your house of profession and wealth, harder you work, better off you would be financially. Gain of wealth is foreseen. The relation with your parental family members will be good. Your speech will be sweet. Take care of what you say to others. Say no negative things to anyone at any cost. Jupiter is also aspecting your house of expenses. Your expenses may skyrocket. If you are involved in any work with the foreign countries or clients, this is a good time for you. You need to remember that this is a temporary phase and will pass. So have patience and know that the inner message of this transit is to be true to your work and to focus on the services to others. Virgo. Now Jupiter is moving to your 5th house, and 5th house is the house of Purva Punya or the house of good deeds of your past life. Now, with Jupiter's transit to your 5th house, it is also activating your dharma houses. And with this transit of Jupiter and being with Saturn, of course, it means that you need to be highly disciplined and dutiful and responsible towards yourself, towards your children, towards your father, gurus, mentors. And with this particular transit, the good results that you had accumulated due to the good deeds of your past life is actually going to manifest now for you. You will find new level of confidence in your personality. Your home atmosphere is going to be enjoyable and very peaceful. Your health will improve. If you are looking to get married, this is a good favorable time for that. Your children will do well and your relationship with your romantic partner will be very sweet. This is a very good time for artists, performers, and creative people. Since Saturn is also cohabiting with Jupiter in your fifth house, this is a good time to add some discipline to your spiritual practices and creative pursuits both. This is the time to execute the creative ideas to your work. Jupiter aspects your ninth house. Many of you will travel abroad for higher studies or for learning. There may be foreign travels because of your work or business. Spiritually inclined people will find this time very enlightening. You may also find your spiritual guru. A long cherished dream will get fulfilled. Your professional network will increase and some new connections will be beneficial for you in long run. Libra, Jupiter is transiting to your fourth house of home and happiness and your mental peace. Now, with this transit of Jupiter, your moksha houses are getting activated, which means the focus of this transit is going to be on helping others, on charity, and on your internal spiritual growth. Now, avoid any kind of manipulation related to tax, relationships with close family members, and with your friends and your associates. In your chart, Jupiter is the lord of your house of uncertainties, transformation, sudden events, gain, and social circle. This transit of Jupiter is going to throw some challenges in your way. Sudden events may rock your peace at home. There may be unexpected developments related to the property. The home atmosphere will go through a major transformation. There can be health issues and possibility of hospitalization as well. Try not to take any loans during these 5 months. You also avoid buying new cars and drive very carefully. Take care of your mother's health. You will make new connections related to your profession and some of the connections will be very helpful. At the same time, try not to make new enemies as well. Expenses will be high and expenses will be related to property, home and vehicles. You may relocate too. Your career will undergo a transformation. You may go for a new profession altogether and in long run that will be good for you, no matter how difficult it seems to you now. Utilize this time for creating a solid base for your next career. If you are in politics, this is a time to watch for. Overall, you need to treat this phase carefully, be righteous and dutiful to your close family members, and look after your mother. Scorpio, Jupiter is transiting to your third house of new initiatives, hard work, efforts, your siblings, your neighbors, and your short travels. Now, with this transit, Jupiter is also activating your karma houses. That means the houses for materialistic desires. With this transit of Jupiter in your third house, the focus should be on avoiding laziness and avoiding procrastination. You should give your 200% of effort to whatever you are doing now so that you can reap the benefit in future. This transit is good for your profession and career. If you have been thinking of starting your new venture, you can do so. You will find that your life has become quite hectic. There will be multiple travels. Financially, you will be better off. There will be increase in your savings, relation with your siblings will be cordial. There will be a lot of responsibility on you related to your family members, friends, and children. Your stress level will go up as well. Since Saturn is also sitting there, you need to be careful about your mother's health. You may relocate to a different place. Jupiter's aspect on your seventh house will open up opportunities for new partnerships and marriage. If you are looking to go for higher studies, the time is excellent. Mind you, though, Rahu is sitting in your seventh house, therefore, the possibility of a partner from a different culture or different background is very high. Jupiter will bring gains and good profit in business and profession. Your network circle will increase too. Your children will do well. This is the time to discharge your duties towards your siblings, friends, and neighbors. Sagittarius. Jupiter is moving to your second house. It's your ascendant lord and going to the second house now, second house of wealth. Now it activates your Artha houses, that is the houses for your finance and your profession. Now the whole theme of this transit for you is to be righteous and disciplined about your wealth, about your work, about your profession, and to be dutiful towards your parental family members and family responsibilities. The time will be good for your job, finance, and status. There will be professional growth. You may change your job for a better one. You will come across as a knowledgeable and wise person. Your relationship with your family members will be cordial. Happiness and peace in the domestic environment is seen. You may buy a new property or a new vehicle. Since Jupiter is aspecting your sixth house, there may be health issues for you. Be careful not to increase your burden of loans. You may face competition at work or in studies. Both Jupiter and Saturn will be aspecting your eighth house. This is not a great thing for you. Your in laws will do well, but you need to take care of your relation with your spouse. Try to keep it as cordial as possible. You may expect some sudden financial gain during this time. Capricorn. Jupiter is transiting to your ascendant now and is meeting your ascendant lord, who is very powerfully placed in your ascendant currently. We need to remember one thing here, that although Jupiter is coming to your ascendant, Jupiter is being debilitated here. So it's not that powerful to yield very productive results for you. But whatever be the case, Jupiter is the benevolent planet and you are definitely going to gain out of it. Now the main focus for gain will be your self-development, your duties towards your children, your duties towards your parents, your gurus, your mentors. And with this transit, Jupiter is going to activate your Dharma Trikona. During this transit, you need to be absolutely truthful to your own self, your conscience, your partner or spouse about every decision that you take. Although there will be hurdles initially, you will do well financially. With time, you will also get a clear direction about your life path. There will be a lot of wisdom in you. There will be heavy expenditure during these months, and you will have to work hard to make things happen for you. But take this effort as an investment towards a better future. New business partnerships may be there. You will travel far and relocate to a different country. Your children will do well. A new romance may blossom for the right people. If you are in creative fields or performing arts, you will do well. Your inclination towards chanting mantras and spirituality will increase. For the right people, there is a high chance of excellent spiritual growth. And since both Saturn and Jupiter is aspecting your seventh house, there can be marriage proposals for the unmarried. Married people need to be a bit careful about their spouse's health and relation with the spouse. This is a very good time for higher education, foreign travel, and relocation. Your intelligence level will be all time high. One more thing, and that is you may put on weight as well. Aquarius. Jupiter is transiting to your 12th house of loss and expenditure. Now, what does this mean for you? When Jupiter is transiting to your 12th house, it's activating your moksha houses. And when Jupiter is activating the moksha houses, it means that the focus of this transit for you is development of spirituality, charity, doing services for others, doing services for the underprivileged people, because it's aspecting the 6th house as well. And Saturn is sitting in 12th house as well. So Jupiter, Saturn together in 12th house, you need to be careful about your expenditure. There can be increase in secret enemies. If your work involves foreign connections or working in foreign countries, you will do well during this phase. Your savings may reduce. It is better not to invest money in any deals in these 5 months. You may purchase a property or a car. There will be domestic cordiality. Jupiter and Saturn both aspect your 6th house. So take care of your health. Your burden of loans may increase too. There may be litigations as well. And there can be unexpected events due to which heavy expenses may occur. Drive carefully. This is a wonderful time for spiritual activities and helping others through charities. If you are in deep spirituality, the time is ripe to understand who you are. This will be once in a lifetime chance for devout spiritual seekers. Overall, remember this is a transit for about 5 months and it is not great for materialistic gains. Therefore, just lay low, be cautious, and have firm faith in the Almighty. Better days are not too far. Pisces. Jupiter is your ascendant lord and it is transiting to your 11th house of desire fulfillment and ambition. Now, this is going to activate your Karma Trikon to the best of its possibilities. This is a wonderful transit as far as the materialistic gains are concerned for Pisces. Since Saturn is also placed there, the focus during this transit will be on professional development, expenses, your children, and self expression through creative pursuits. Try to be righteous and disciplined about your income, profit, investments, and with your relation with your friends. You will see a lot of progress in your profession. There will be increase in your social status. There can be some kind of recognition for you as well. You may even get a promotion. Your superiors at work will support you. This is overall a very good time to start your own venture. All your efforts will pay off. Your relation with your siblings and neighbors will be very cordial. There can be short travels too. Your children will do well and bring happiness to you. If you are in the field of artistic and creative pursuits, there will be gain for you. There are chances of you traveling far for your business. You may get in a new business partnership, and for the right people, marriage proposals may be there. A new romance may blossom, or the existing ones will be highly enjoyable. Relation with your spouse, sibling, friends, all will be very cordial and they will be highly beneficial for you. They will be supportive of you. Therefore, it is a good all around for Pisceans. I can say God has gifted you with a wonderful time with Jupiter transit in Capricorn. Enjoy every moment of this phase. Just don't forget to respect the value of supporting friend circle and siblings in your life. Now, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you liked it. And if you like it, please do remember to subscribe and share and like. And as I always say, may God bless us all. Thank you so much.